We are now live. Oh no, Lilith, you talked through it. It's okay.
Oh no.
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
What's going on, chat? We actually made it. We're at 5 minutes late, and that's okay. It's not so bad to be 5 minutes late every once in a while, as long as you don't make a habit out of it.
Yeah, well, the problem is, you kind of do make a habit out of that.
Do I?
You do. Look at the chat. There's just late dev, every time.
To be fair, I'm late all the time on the gaming channel too. Which is why
you do make a habit of it.
Which is why the emote is late all the time. Devo should commit Kurt Cobain. Oh, there we go. That's what I'll do. I got a new coffee. Huh. Coffee's always good. Do you drink coffee, Lilith?
Not right now. There's like a coffee machine that I gotta have to work out how to do. But I used to drink a whole lot of caffeine, like less of coffee, but more just more energy drinks and that sort. But I did have a coffee phase.
Yeah.
And this might make me sound like a pleb, but the only times I've drank coffee was either all black for just that caffeine boost, or I have to drink it like just add all the cream and milk and sugar in the world, and just make it into it may as well be a milkshake at that point.
So you're getting like the Starbucks like triple cream wet dream, 3,000 calories, just ridiculous sprinkles on top, all that shit.
Yep.
So for me, I get Kicking Horse coffee. I get Kicking Horse whole bean coffee, and I grind that shit myself, and it's great. I love that. I love it, man.
I get that kick me up, you know?
Yeah.
But
So we already got a $2 donation.
Yes.
Why are we here? Is it just to wait? From Brett Werdersheim. Yes, you are here to wait. That's how this works.
Why are we here? Just to suffer. Just to wait. All of my friends. Waiting forever.
So, first things first, it's your birthday, Lilith.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
It is my birthday. Thank you very much.
How old are you at this point?
I am 28.
28?
Getting up a little bit.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about getting older?
Hey, well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. When did I first meet you? I know. I
actually am. Like, yes.
We talked a bit during Gamergate, so you would have been 20 at that point, which was Gamergate was 8 fucking years ago. But like we didn't start doing the show together, I think, till 2017.
That was a long time ago. I think we talked a bit like either during or after, like that era. I think, right?
Here, I'm gonna look up on the channel North Korea, because nope, your first episode was early 2018, and that was
a bit. Oh.
Yeah, because that was the first episode you did was the how everyone was simping for that one relative of the North Korean dictators because she was like kind of cute.
That was our first episode? I'm sure we did ones before that.
Nope, that was our first one. That was our first one. That was early 2018. And so, man, yeah, that's like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've known each other for quite some time. And we've known each other before we did recordings too, right? I think we were just like Twitter mutuals friends.
Yep.
And then we chatted up and it was like, hey, how old are you, Dev?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I think I'm 35. I don't.
Oh, you broke up for a minute?
I think I'm 35.
35. That's not too bad. But how do you?
I don't remember how old I am. I could be younger. I could be older.
How do you not know?
I just stopped caring at some point. Half time I forget my own birthday too.
I heard that's what happens.
Yeah, it does. When you
I
Yeah.
guess it proves I'm not that old yet.
Once you hit 30, you stop really caring, I think, because you're no longer getting like the same like gifts from your parents or whatever. But you know what? Basically, when it stops being a big celebration, that's when you stop caring. It's just kind of how it
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
Um,
It hasn't been a big celebration for years now.
okay, yeah, I know. Like, I kept getting like decent sized Christmas gifts into my early 20s because it. I was kind of one of those failure to launch kids, and also because I was coming back every winter break 'cause I was in university, right? So I kept getting I'm gonna adjust my Discord things. I keep cutting out. Anyway, I kept
Yeah, you
getting
do keep cutting out.
yeah, I kept getting that's God damn it automatically fuck you Discord. Okay, what if I okay what if I turn this down?
Boomer.
Here, how's that? Do I sound better now?
A little bit, I think.
Am I still cutting out now, or is it? Can you hear everything this time?
I can hear everything this time. Keep going.
Okay, that's good. All right. So basically, when I was younger, I would still go back to my parents' place every Christmas just for winter break, because I was still in university. So university, my first time going to university ended up being kind of an extended adolescence. I had to like drop out and then go back later to really take it seriously.
Ah.
So I was still getting
So,
like
you were
decent
still getting,
gifts,
like,
yeah,
decent presents?
in like 21, 22, yeah.
Hey, well, it's not a bad thing. I
Nope.
moved out when I was like
16, eh?
19
Oh,
or
19.
20.
I thought it was 16 you moved out.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I actually moved out on my own. Like, when my parents, like, moved to a different house.
Right.
They left me at the old house and, to just be by myself. And I think I was, like 13 or 14 at the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
That was, yeah.
we got 5 pounds from I Am Wrong. If I join the D Riders, what weapons and vehicles will we use? So that's a meme. So do you watch Adam and Sitch every Sunday, Lilith?
Not every Sunday. I do catch up on their stuff sometimes, though.
Well, I'm gonna have to get you on that show one day. I'm gonna pull some strings and bait Adam and Sitch into letting you on because it's a grand time. However,
I believe Sitch is my Twitter mutual, so
oh yeah,
yeah, he is.
so
He's cool.
he is, yeah. So what ended up happening is they have an ongoing meme where they have S class and A team, and they always ask whoever comes on who's like who they side with, and I just told them I side with the D club because I'm just with me, and that
Yeah.
became like a running thing where there was this third insurrectionist faction in the lore, and now it's like as of my appearance a couple days ago, it's finally starting to gain steam.
Ah.
Dev, your girlfriend sounds like Trisha Takanawa from Family Guy. First of all, that's not my girlfriend. My
Yep, I'm
girlfriend's
not his girlfriend.
my girlfriend's Naomi. We're just friends.
Yep, we've
Um,
just Twitter mutual friends,
internet
and then we
friends.
decided to do like podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, Lilith, for $5, Brother Doom. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But yes,
I appreciate that.
I date Naomi, and Lilith, you date somebody else. Actually, okay, you not to reveal the deep lore too much. You date somebody who was like a fan of mine and who was too afraid to approach you, and I was like, just do it, and then it worked out just fine.
Yeah, it's just we just talked and then met, and
We're
and,
friends with
yeah.
business benefits.
Wait. I don't want people to. I met this. I don't want people to get confused. I never met Dev. I met
Somebody else.
that
It's fine.
person
Yeah.
he mentioned.
Well, here's the thing. We will probably end up meeting up at some point anyway, though, so it's okay.
Probably.
Now that COVID's done and there's more money coming in, I can afford to travel a bit more.
Oh, definitely. We could do like a live, just we're probably not gonna be in a tub.
Well, why not? Don't, well, I thought you had like a pool at your
Oh,
place.
but we have to go to Japan, and then you
Do
know
the
what?
actual tub.
If this show gets big and we get the budget, you know what? Let's just go to Japan and just make it happen for real.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I wouldn't mind. Okay, so I guess that kind of leads us into the second topic before we talk about the main topic of the day. The main topic is Alex
Yes,
Jones.
Alex
Well, hold on.
Jones.
There's a few other things first though, because first of all was your birthday, and everyone's saying
Yep.
happy
Yeah.
birthday, and send
Oh,
all the
thank you
birthday
very much.
donations. Send all the
Yes,
birthday monies. But actually,
I do actually get the money now.
yes. So the second thing is, Lilith, you and I, we've been talking about basically where to take this show of ours. And I've always been of the opinion that I thought we were going to basically become like an EFAP or like an Adam and Sitch or to a lesser extent like Tism, like those guys, right? Like have a weekly stream or something. But you seem to want to. We're not gonna. By the way, this isn't an argument. I'm just going over the history of the conversation. You said that you wanted to keep doing recorded tubcasts as well.
Well,
Um,
absolutely,
yeah.
because there's benefits to streaming because we get to interact with the chat,
Yep.
and there's also like it's more spontaneous, but
Mm-hmm.
a recorded setting is also beneficial because then we get to go into more details and
Yeah.
news could develop.
Mm-hmm. So we might just do like 2 shows then. We'll have like a streaming channel, and then we'll continue to do the Tubcast as a podcast, but we'll also have what I'm aiming to be a weekly show.
A weekly stream.
Yeah, we're gonna adjust. We're gonna figure out something. Um, Charza for
But we gotta
$5.
try to. Our goal is to be consistent.
Yes, yeah, to be consistent. So for $5, happy birthday, Lilith. I hope 420 is going well. Also,
Thank you.
I'm still waiting for you to DM me Liz's Discord. Oh, you mean Iron Liz's Discord? I guess I could send that along, sure, if you like. Okay. So regarding the actual live tub, like, are we going to call them different things? Is it going to be like the Tubcast and then the live Tubcast, or how do you want to brand it? See, I don't mind calling one of them the tub. Like we could call our pre-recorded stuff the Tubcast, and then
Yeah.
we could call like the Devin Lilith on the Devin Lilith channel the weekly Wednesday show or something, because you want to do it Wednesday nights, right? Or Wednesday evenings?
Um. Or either morning or afternoon. But evenings are okay.
Yeah, because my girlfriend
But
works.
we haven't decided yet.
Mhm.
I like Well, we'll just have to pick a schedule where it both works out for us.
Yeah, $69 from Riddle of Lightning. Funny
Oh,
number.
thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Appreciated,
Funny
Riddle.
number indeed.
Riddle likes to do doodles and artwork, and he does quite a lot of them, so it's quite nice. However,
Nice.
the I guess the thing is,
Alex Jones.
Alex, yeah. Well, no, not yet. So I'm gonna pinned in the Wednesday soak. That's what it's gonna be called, Titanium. So pinned in the chat is the Devin Lilith channel. So everyone who's watching, please go sub to that channel. We haven't posted anything on it yet, but we're gonna basically make that the stream channel. We're gonna make that the stream channel the same way that Adam and Sitch have a stream channel separate from their own channels. Like Sitch has a channel where he puts out videos, not anymore so much, but he used to. Adam has a channel where
Yeah.
he puts out videos, and they have their weekly stream channel where basically they stream once a week, and then they have clippers put up like best of moments in between. And we're basically aiming for Wednesdays, because Wednesday at 4 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. your time, Naomi's gone all night because she works that night. So we have a big block of free time where we could do the weekly shower. You shower more than once a week. So here, let me just put this on the screen here. This is the channel. There's nothing on it yet. As you can see, there's nothing on it yet. But it's called Devin Lilith. And when we do the weekly stream, please consider we're going to do it over there. And I'll cross promote a whole bunch. Weeb and Waifu Wednesday. I love these titles. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll have like Tubcast and then Tubcast Live or something. Well, we will figure something out. But we're gonna have a weekly Wednesday show, starting in the near future. Because
Yes.
like your IRL stuff is settled and my IRL stuff is settled. We've been trying to like figure something out now for like 9 months, but I think we're finally good to go.
Yeah, things are finally getting like getting on track.
Yes, yes. People are asking about streaming with Gundam. Well, we have like a short list of
Oh,
guests who want to
Gundam
be,
too. Yes.
who want to be on the weekly show because Sargon wants to be on, Arch Warhammer wants to be on, Gundam wants to be on, and
KXD wants to be on too.
Yep, and Adam and Sitch want to be on. Everyone wants to be on our show. It's going to be great.
Yep. It'll be great.
So we'll probably do pre-recorded tubcasts on the main SFO channel, and we will do live tubcasts on the Devin
For
Lilith
people of
channel.
all sorts of characters as guests.
Yes, yes, that's the plan. So please consider subbing to this channel. We will be launching it. At this point, it has to be pretty soon. Like I think
Heck, we'd have Alex Jones on if he was willing.
I think Alex Jones is banned off YouTube, isn't he? I think so.
If he is, I think we would get banned if we host him, probably.
Yeah.
It's
Get
the same
Jeremy.
deal with, like,
You mean the quartering?
oh, quartering. Yeah, he's friendly.
Yeah, he's a nice fella.
He's cool.
He's a nice fella.
He's very nice.
I've talked to all three of the TISM guys separately, but never together. Bearing, Dankula, and the quartering. They're all pretty cool. Kibbs, we'll have Kibbs. Kibbs can tag along with Arch. Kibbs always tags along with Arch. It'll be okay. Man, coffee is good. Get Mauler on too. Yep, I'm sure we can get Mauler and Regs.
On this caffeine.
You...
I gotta get. You know what, Dev?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to work that coffee machine.
Is it like a Keurig or what's going on there?
It's a used coffee machine that like my stepdad had, and it was just like it just like I'm horrible with machines and getting them to work, especially if I'm not familiar with them.
Do you know if it's like a percolator or if it's like a drip machine or?
No idea, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. Coffee machines are actually pretty easy too.
Yes.
But hold on, answer your super chat. What do you mean answer? I've already answered it. So I am wrong. It's like answer my super chat. I answered it, dude.
What was the question?
I don't even remember. But I remember answering it. Okay, I have to. Where is? Oops, that's the wrong button. I lost the chat for a second. Hold on. God damn it! I lost the chat.
What was your favorite? Who was your favorite waifu and husband though? With $2 euro.
I didn't actually see that.
Pound.
Hold on. I lost the chat. I'm sorry.
Well, the question was who's your favorite waifu and husband though, Dev?
I have to think about it for a minute. I have some, like, when it comes to waifus, I don't mind kind of the greasy ones, you know, like the all the kind of gremlin type girls who just lays around and like eat food and play video games. Or what was that one depression girl? I forget her name.
Tomoko?
Yes, she's actually quite cool. I also don't mind the troll ones too, like Yuzaki or whoever, like the short big boobs girl. Yeah. Or Nagatoro. I like girls like that. Yeah. I like, you know what? I like meme women. I'll take the meme women. Okay.
The meme women.
Mm-mm.
Yes, or the girl in the hamster costume. I forgot that's her name.
Oh,
but she was like a big
Tanya the Evil.
No, it's the hamster.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
But Tanya is a different one.
Yeah, but I like Tanya the Evil too. But she's like Tanya the Evil. Okay, maybe Tanya the Evil can be the husband though, because Tanya is actually a
actually like a 40-year-old Japanese dude.
Yeah. Hold on. YouTube says that we're not connected. Guys, can you still see us?
You hear us?
I think. Yuzaki is just Naomi, but not as cynical. Yeah, that's true. I think Naomi's cynicism can be tempered, though.
So, do you like Naomi because she's a bit of a goblin?
Yeah. she's actually like a short stack goblin GF. She has the same figure.
Hey, well, living the dream.
Living the dream.
Short women.
Actually, Aren't you my height? Like we're both 5'7", right? Someone asked me this
Yes.
last night. Yeah, okay.
We
Yeah.
are actually the same height.
Yeah. Naomi
Actually, if we ever meet together, we should do like a Destiny versus Haas
like a height check.
picture. The height check. Yes. We'll
Oh
see
god.
who's the boss of this gym once and for all.
I think I'm like 3 times your weight though at this point.
I mean, are you?
Well,
I thought you've been losing some weight.
I'm losing some weight, but I'm still pretty fat. I'm more like 2 times your weight, I think. Because you're well, actually, wait, maybe I shouldn't ask you your weight. Maybe we
No,
shouldn't
it's
have
okay.
that conversation.
No, it's okay. I'm about like 130.
Okay, so I am less than 2 times your weight. Okay, yeah. Imagine being under 6 feet. Yeah, I know it haunts me every day. But Naomi's like 5'1" though. She's really short. She's tiny.
Well, lately, I don't know. I might be a little heavier than 130 because my boobs have gotten heavier.
Oh, don't give the Coomers in the chat more to fucking think about.
I'm sorry. This is freaking. I've just been eating like maybe I've just been eating too much
Chicken nuggies.
chicken nuggies. How could you read my mind like that? Been eating a bit too much chicken nuggies and pizza.
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. I mean, I could announce more stuff like how I've been banned from Twitter for a week. We can talk about that. But yeah,
We've been announcing for like how long? Like 17 minutes.
we've been going. Yes, it's probably time to actually talk about the topic. Eh? Actually,
Yes.
no. There is one final thing. I chat. I can only go until 3 o'clock today.
That's much fun when we are having. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I can only go until I can only stream till 3 o'clock today, 3 p.m. EST.
So what do you got to do?
Just some IRL stuff with Naomi. There's basically there's some shit that needs to get done before she goes to work at 4, and only I can do it.
I see.
No chat, it's not anything sexual. I just
Yep. Fucking.
But basically that's the situation. So I'm gonna be taken off for an hour. But then Lilith, you said you wanted to keep going but not live. So I think the idea is we're gonna do this stream about Alex Jones. I'll take off in about 2 hours, and then I'll come back, and then we're gonna record an offline TubCast for you guys to watch later.
Yes, content.
Yes, we're doing it. We're finally getting everything done. It's great.
Hooray!
Happy birthday, Lilith.
Hurrah.
Taiwan is a real country.
Thank you very much.
From
Thank
I
you
am
very
wrong.
much. It is indeed.
It is the real country. Okay, let me just adjust some windows here, and we can get going on Alex Jones. It's probably time to start. Okay, Alex Jones. The actual topic of the stream that we haven't yet got to. Alex Jones. So, Lilith, are you a big Alex Jones fan? Do you watch all the InfoWars content? Have you been an acolyte for the past 25 years?
Unfortunately, that would require all the time in the world. But I have like followed Alex Jones on and off because he is a very, very funny internet man.
He is, yes. Yes. Carl and I would love you both on Fried Chicanery. That's right. So Charza and Single Player Carl run a podcast as well. I've been meaning to go on there for like a year. We'll figure something out for sure. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this as well. Jesus Christ. We're still figuring it out, guys. Don't worry. You know how smoothly Game Boomers runs for the most part? We'll get this to that level of smoothness eventually. Okay,
Yes.
So Alex Jones.
Which article are we on?
Not on any articles yet. I just want to ask you a question or two about Alex Jones, okay?
Sweet.
So, Alex Jones. What is your opinion on him? Do you think that he's like some people on the left? They like to say that Alex Jones is this conspiracy theorist who he's a Nazi. He creates Nazis. He's undermining public trust in the system. Meanwhile, people on the right, they say that he's a prophet. He predicted all the crazy things that would eventually come to pass. What do you think?
I don't think I fall into either camps. I think I fall into the camp where I think he's like a a funny, loud radio man who says a lot of crazy, memey stuff, and he gets in a whole lot of trouble for it.
Well, how much of
I,
it?
I don't think he's so much as the devil as some people have made him out to be.
Right.
I think he require, but I think he'd require some kind of I don't think he's the criminal mastermind that
Hmm.
people think he is.
Right.
The
Right.
evil mastermind.
Well, I
But
guess.
he's also like I just think he's the funny internet man.
Right. Right. Okay. So I will ask you the lefty consequentialist question then, that if I were a bread tuber I would immediately ask, just to get that out of the way. Do you think his presence on the internet in the discourse causes more harm or not?
Oh, soy. Soy. It's ironic speaking of somebody who takes estrogen, but I I really don't know. I think probably I think he a lot of there's if he if there are some people who take what he says seriously.
Mhm,
Like there are some people who believe in like the demon stuff,
mhm.
but I don't think even he believes in
I, I
that
think
far.
I think he might have said.
I don't think even he's that as crazy as he presents himself
Yeah, I think he
as
might
he
have said.
presents himself to be.
He might have said at some point on Joe Rogan's show that he was kind of a character and that he kind of plays it up for funds. And it's like, well, I mean, fair enough. Like I don't like the harm argument when it comes to strictly comedy, because even if comedy causes more harm than good, you should not ban comedy. Like if
Exactly.
if you
It
if
should
you
still
if
be
you
allowed. But
yeah, if you make
yeah,
a joke that inspires people to go do bad things, that ultimately it's on them, it's not on you. Like I don't think this everything is connected view
defamation
works.
is a little bit different though, I
Well, yeah,
think,
but we're not talking about
because
that.
and
We're talking
that's
about
what he's
jokes.
being charged here with.
Right.
We just want to make it clear.
Hmm.
But
So
yeah,
yes, hold on.
I don't think he's like I don't think he's mostly I don't think he's like a malicious or like evil. But he is really nutty and crazy.
Yeah.
If you especially if you um take his character at its face value with the cyber dimensional demons.
I don't. I actually don't mind conspiratorial content. I think I had this conversation. Who did I have this conversation with? It might have actually been with Adam and Sitch. It might have been with Adam and Sitch on the Sunday show. It was recent. Basically, I put forward the
Mm-hmm.
argument that the reason that people on the left don't like edgy 2000s era stuff like skateboarding videos or Jackass or MXC or racial humor or whatever, like edgy jokes. They don't like edgy content is because it is
What?
outside the.
Some people on the left
Yeah, but if you really boil
skateboarding
that.
shit.
Yeah,
To be
but
fair,
yeah, but like the whole thing about skateboarding stuff is like there's a clear progression between these things to also out of bounds content like really crazy conspiratorial stuff like ancient aliens and how the pyramids were made, and werewolf sightings and Bigfoot sightings and all this stuff, and like Loch Ness monster, and these things are like.
would you agree that not letting me skateboard down the street at 30 miles per hour is literally 1984
Yes.
based?
But the point that I'm trying to get to though is that there's like a progression of edgy, kind of wild, out of bounds content from that shock value stuff that leads to like conspiracy stories that we know are actually that we know that they're fake. There is no Loch Ness monster. There is no Bigfoot. Like we but you know what? It's fun to make believe. It's fun to pretend. It's fun to watch an hour-long documentary at 3 a.m. on cable TV where people are taking it really seriously, and there's like a serious narrator and there's serious music about these very real sightings that is obviously all just bullshit, but we're having fun consuming this sort of stuff. Armored Skeptics channel is now all about this kind of conspiratorial content. The problem is that there's a pipeline from that, to use a leftist phrase, a pipeline from that to conspiratorial content that people actually think is true, to like flat Earth stuff or some of Alex Jones's stuff that Alex Jones has been right, but he's also been wrong. And then that leads into more radicalized
Yep.
politics. So there's this contingent of the left that wants to solve this problem by just cutting off all edginess at the source, saying it's all inappropriate, it's all bad, it's all wrong, it's all immoral, it's all problematic, and just rounding the corners of everything. Which I obviously don't agree with, because people should be allowed to have fun with things that are false. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, fun places will be fun places. They,
Mm-hmm.
they, they just don't like. I don't think it's like it's everybody on the left, but it's like a lot of people who would just rather like like this this Alex Jones character. He's bad news. We gotta stump him out.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's right that he got deplatformed everywhere.
Is he
Um,
still on BitChute? I think he's still on BitChute. I think he is.
I think he is,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, him
But
getting kicked off of
BitChute
everything
takes
everywhere was
you
ridiculous.
gotta be really super bad to get kicked out of BitChute though.
I think like only pedophiles get kicked off BitChute. I don't think Amos Yee has his channel. Not that it matters. He's in jail now, but I don't think Amos
Yeah,
Yee has his platform on BitChute anymore. But yeah, so
which is well good.
you wanted to talk about Alex Jones's current bankruptcy situation, right?
Oh well, it's just like yes, it was
Yes.
just
So let's pull up.
it just came up in the news lately, and
Yeah,
he has announced bankruptcy
bank. Well, I think it's his
as
company,
a
not him, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah his for his companies.
Mhm.
I was gonna say for three of
So
his main companies after
let me pull up the Twitter thread real quick before we get
mhm.
started. Okay, I can still see it. I am like I said, I'm banned from Twitter for a week, so I was wondering if I can see it, but I can still see it. Okay. I was just being too spicy on Twitter, basically. There was
What did
like
you do?
um there is a contingent of terminally online trans women on Twitter, and they're like they are this they're like extremely self-hating and self-sabotaging, and they hate other trans women who pass. They hate trans women who enter into romantic relationships or even just platonic friendships with cis people, and they think it's like being a bootlicker and all this other shit, and I'm just like, you guys just fucking hate yourselves. Like, that's all this is.
They sound bloody miserable.
Yeah, you guys just fucking hate yourselves. Like, you don't like that Blair White has a cis man as a partner, or you don't like trans women that pass. You don't like trans women who
Hey,
who manage to just get on with their lives as women. You're on the outside of society, and maybe that's your fault. Maybe it's not, depending on your certain
so were
situation.
they
But
only complaining about Blair White, or just
well, no,
passable
they
trans
were
women in general?
they were complaining about me, saying that their lives were miserable, and part of the reason why is because they blame everyone else for their problems.
I
and
see.
and they basically brigaded the tweet, and I got kicked off of Twitter for a week.
Ah, shoot.
Riddle of Lightning, I didn't report you, Dev, I swear. I'm coming after you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
So
So you
I
got
think
canceled.
yeah, I think a,
Basically.
a week long ban on Twitter is like one step before a permaban. So gonna have to get a new phone number soon, guys. Have to get a new phone number soon.
Yeah.
Oh well. So let me open up the Twitter thread, though, now that I can still see it, which is good. Here we go. So April 18th, that was 2 days ago. Multiple companies owned by Alex Jones file for bankruptcy. 3 companies associated with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, including the media company InfoWars, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on Sunday in Texas, according to the New York Times, which would allow a corporation to reorganize and keep running with the potential to pay its creditors over a period of time. This comes during multiple ongoing defamation lawsuits against Jones from families of victims of the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting, who say they have been subjected to death threats and harassment from his followers. So, basically, it seems like, probably at least in part due to his massive deplatforming, his ability to have income has declined, and now he has these expenses. He has staff for his show, obviously, and he's running out of money.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. Plus the fact he has to pay these lawsuits if he's losing them. Yeah. $5 from
Yep.
Mr. Pickman. Happy birthday, Queen.
There's
Simp. That's a simp. But thanks for the $5.
so apparently his lawyer
Mm-hmm.
might have broken ethics ruling
Oh, is
in
that the
their
case?
case.
Hold on. Let's get the context first, okay? Because I actually don't know
Because I saw
much.
somebody in the chat mention his lawyers.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Sandy Hook school shootings. Let's actually just get the context here, okay? So, let's be Wikipedia warriors
Hmm.
for a minute. The
Yes,
Sandy Hook
because we don't
Elementary.
have all of that knowledge on hand. We're not calculators.
Yeah. The Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting occurred on December 14th, 2012, in Newtown, Connecticut, where 20-year-old Adam Lanza shot and killed 26 people. Oh, thanks for the cake, Pickman. Appreciated. 20 of the victims were children between 6 and 7 years old, and 6 were adult staff members. Earlier that day, before driving to the school, he shot and killed his mother at their Newtown home. As first responders
Hmm.
arrived at the school, Lanza committed suicide by shooting himself in the head. Jesus. I vaguely remember this happening back in 2012. But I mean, that was 10 years ago. Like, who the fuck knows, right? Jeez, more
Yeah,
cake. Thanks, Pickman.
that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was doing back then. I think I might have. This was
You would have been like 18.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been in Taiwan back then.
Yeah. Responses: gun control, video games. Of course, gun control and fucking video games.
Yep.
Apparently, he played the free online game Kindergarten Killers. Oh, God.
Fucking
All right.
fuck.
He apparently
Ugh.
liked Mario Brothers, and he apparently liked Dance Dance Revolution. Oh, my God.
Thank you for the cake donations, and thank you for the $5 donation from
Yep.
Mr. Pittman.
Okay. Hold on. So, surely Alex Jones's controversy will be in this article, right? Here it is. Alex Jones. On April 17th, 2018, radio host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones was sued for defamation by 3 parents whose children were killed in the shooting. Prior to this, Jones said that Sandy Hook was completely fake and a giant hoax perpetuated by opponents of the Second Amendment. Jones later claimed that he believed the shooting was real. On May 3rd, 2018, 6 more families sued Jones for his claims. Jones was found to be in contempt of court by a Texas judge even before the trial started, failing to produce witnesses and materials relevant to the procedures. Consequently, Jones and InfoWars were fined a total of $126,000 in October and December of 2019. In October 2021, Jones was ordered to pay damages and criticized by a judge for failing to hand over documents requested by the courts. And on April 18th, 2022, that was just now, Jones declared bankruptcy as a result of the defamation lawsuits caused by his claims that the shooting was a hoax.
Oh, and I believe he lost the lawsuit because he failed to hand over the documents
Yep.
as requested by the court.
Yep. That was here. $10 from Jasso Heavens. Happy birthday, Lilith. Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's
So I guess the question here is just before we get into like the details.
mm-hmm.
Do you think somebody should be sued and destroyed in this way because they say that a tragic event that is real is false?
I don't think he should have been like necessarily destroyed like this.
Yeah.
I think if he, I don't know, they did get received death threats, and what he said was ridiculous, and like, but for something to be defamation, he has to know that they're lying. No, he has to. What's the criteria for that?
Yeah,
He has
if
to.
he actually believed that it was, well, here's the thing: like, one, he could believe that it's fake.
Yes.
He could think he's telling the truth. Two, he could be saying that something is false, but he could be doing so in the service of some kind of comedy, which is also possible.
Yes.
Or he could just be knowingly spreading false information and defaming somebody. Yeah. So, I don't know.
None of which are okay, but depending on which, there's a verifying degree of bad to it
Yeah.
in terms of morality. But in terms of the law, I think
Oh, Jesus.
he was ordered to pay the damages because for failing to hand over the documents, rather than like rather than it's a moral ruling, I guess.
Okay, so hold on. Let's see this. So, oh, God damn it. It's always the case that something's in the New York Times, it's behind a paywall, and I gotta go get it out of the paywall because
Oh,
fuck paying these guys.
I gave you a an archive link
Right.
in the
I'm
Discord.
getting an older article though, just for a second before we actually get into the stuff that you grabbed. These are like the
Oh,
historical articles. So
oh, sure.
this is from 4 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy Hook parents sue Alex Jones for defamation. All right. The right-wing conspiracy theorist who has long claimed that the shooting was completely fake and a giant hoax perpetrated by opponents of the Second Amendment. Okay. This is all what we know already. All right. I held my son with a bullet hole through his head. So yeah, okay, fair enough. It's not fake, according to these guys. I understand their point of view. Okay, so
Yeah,
beyond that,
obviously it's not fake. It was ridiculous for him to suggest that it was fake, though.
you,
Like how do you
I mean, you could
how
have
do
just
you suggest that they fake killing 26 people
well,
in
a,
an
a lot
elementary
of
school?
a lot of people, especially if they're like online pundits, they just engage in hyperbole all the time, regardless of political persuasion. Every fucking bread tuber's done it.
Like
Every fucking like
imagine
right wing
all the amount of
commentator.
people you gotta pay for life.
Yeah. So this is an older article. So the
How
latest,
many people gotta be in on it?
Alex Jones responds to Sandy Hook lawsuits. Okay. Jones said on Tuesday in a YouTube video. This is 4 years ago, though. Jones said on Tuesday in a
I
YouTube video.
digress. I digress. He like it was the family's right to sue them, but I don't know if the result coming from it should be him getting ruined for
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Like
let's just hear this out, though.
millions. Yeah,
Let's,
that's what hear it out.
let's just see this because yeah, they sued him, and then he said
Mm-hmm.
seemingly a day later, after a day after the suit, he goes on his show and he says Alex Jones has responded to the families of slain Sandy Hook Elementary School students who have filed lawsuits against him. He said in a YouTube video that the families are being used by the Democratic Party and the news media, and that he believes Sandy Hook really happened. In the video, Jones invited parents who lost their children to his show to have a real discussion about guns. He also says that he believes the lawsuits will be thrown out. Well, they weren't thrown out,
Oh
but it
yeah.
seems like a day later, he goes on his show and he says, "No, Sandy Hook really happened. I was shit stirring, but like that wasn't enough to stop the lawsuits at that point, you know." So I mean,
Yeah.
if you go back and what you said, like I was wrong, sorry, like should they keep going? I don't know. Probably not. I think if someone like says, you know what, I fucked up, maybe that's that. Maybe of course,
Was that an apology video?
I don't know. I mean, his YouTube channel's gone. We can't tell now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, if he did apologize, I think that should be notable.
hmm He did. He did. At the very least,
I think
at the very least he
I
did
think
say
the
that Sandy
retraction
Hook really
is
happened. He said that.
notable though.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
So that's at least kind of important. So anyway, let's go back to this. So he's filing bankruptcy, and let's just keep looking. All right. Oh, Jesus, that's really big. Okay. Alex Jones files for bankruptcy as Sandy Hook lawsuits bleed Alex Jones dry. The company says it has less than $50,000 in assets against up to $10 million in liabilities. Jesus. Poor fella.
Yeesh.
Yeah. I'm going to try to make this a little bit smaller. It's pretty big. 3 of Alex Jones's companies, including InfoWars, have filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and made the conspiracy theorists financial
That's a
losses.
big Alex Jones face.
Yeah. Yee. In defamation law cases brought by the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims. The move pauses litigation and allows the companies to continue functioning as long as they meet certain requirements, like following a reorganization plan. According to filing in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Texas, InfoWars, InfoWars Health, and Prison Planet TV each have liabilities up to $10 million. And they only have $50,000 in assets. So basically, now I wonder, did they sue Alex Jones himself or did they sue his company for the initial statement? Because it wasn't clear.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
If I believe correctly, I think it was his company that was sued, but
Mm-hmm.
don't quote me on that. I think
Mm.
that's what I read. But
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, if I don't want to just completely throw shade on these parents, like but if they're mad that Alex Jones said something that was false, and he turns around and says, "You know what? I made a mistake. I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't. It actually happened. It's not false," and they keep going. Part of them is probably out for blood at that point. Someone in the chat says that he profusely apologized on his TimCast IRL appearances. Okay, I don't watch much TimCast anymore. Listening to somebody say that the Civil War is going to come any day now for 3 fucking years, you kind of stop wanting to listen to him. Tim's a nice guy, but it's a bit too much for me. And
yeah,
I also don't.
you know what? I thought I was the only one. No, I couldn't have been the only one who was a bit tired of that. But he that was the reason why I stopped listening to Tim Cast too.
Yeah,
He was just talking about, oh, the Civil War is coming, the Civil War is coming. And I've been hearing him say that since fucking since after 2016.
yeah, it's a bit much. And also, the entire world economy and society is going to collapse. The only thing that'll have
That's why,
value is
yeah,
gold. So buy your gold through my link, even though it's the only thing that's going to have value. Someone's going to sell it to you. Like, it's so dumb. It's such an obvious scam at this point. Let's see. Student of history for $10. Happy birthday, Lilith. P.S. I'm
thank you very much.
from about 45 minutes north of Newtown, and Sandy Hook is what Jones said retired. Absolutely. Did the families go sue Happy between Jones and the gun company? They went insane. Yeah, so the families probably
Yeah,
did go sue Happy, but the event happened. Yeah, I mean, at the same time,
the families did get pretty too happy. I mean, you know what? I never speak like on the behalf of how they must feel with their grief and stuff.
hmm
But it's just like, I don't know. It's just they seem a bit more Sue happier than most.
yeah. Doomslayer 121 for $5. A happy 420 and a happy birthday to Lilith and Senior Hitler. Oh yeah, you share a birthday with Hitler.
Yep, as well as the Columbine.
Oh my god. So when
um,
is your big event gonna happen then?
my big event.
When are you gonna tackle the Jewish question?
Oof. I don't know if when how am I gonna answer that, Dev?
Just hand it off to Freed because she's German. She'll figure it out.
But I love the Jews. I love all my Jewish friends.
I hope so because Naomi's Jewish. Um,
Oh, is she?
yeah. Noble
Oh,
1776 for
this,
$5. Some people who claim that 9/11 is a complete hoax, and many people say that there is some evidence that could support this, but nothing is done. Yeah, like imagine like if you were a 9/11 truther, like an obvious retard, should the various families of people who lost people in 9/11 be able to sue you? I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I
Doesn't
don't.
seem right.
I think they're suing him because of his him owning lots of companies, but it's just like where does it end really?
Yeah, it could be that. It could also be like politically he's a convenient target. It could also just be that if you lose a child, you probably if you can blame someone and get something out of it, you're probably like maybe I'll just do that. Like make like if you lose a child and you're sitting there in your grief and you could get somebody, you could ding somebody for something on it. You might just take the opportunity. But like
Yeah.
I don't agree with it though. Brother Doom for $5. Tim Pool is Chicken Little. Every day the sky is falling. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? It's a bit much. Yeah. Oh God, Trickover is saying that Jews are feds. Okay, dude. All right, buddy.
Bruh.
mm. Okay, so the article here though. 3 of Alex's companies, they've all defamation cases. The move paused legislation. Okay. Up to $10 million. Okay. He was hit with multiple lawsuits in Connecticut and Texas after claiming that the 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary resulted in this. Yeah, it was okay. False flag. Apparently he refused to turn over documents as part of the court discovery process. Now, a lot of like the more extreme libertarians will do this. They're like sovereign citizen types. They're like,
Hmm?
I am not under the jurisdiction of the federal government. Fuck the feds. Fuck the glowies. I don't have to give you anything. And then they just get fucked in court because they're idiots.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that. Can't do that.
right. So that seems to be. Is this an older article? Yeah, this is from 6 months ago, where basically he did not hand over the documents. Let's see, is it Discovery? Yeah, he refused to cooperate with discovery requests. The ruling came down on Monday, November 15th, that Jones was guilty because he refused to turn over court-ordered documents as part of the legal discovery process. He is now 0 for 4 in defamation suits filed against him by the parents of Sandy Hook victims. Okay, so like, why aren't you? If you think that, man, if you think that you've done nothing wrong, why are you not cooperating with discovery? Like, what the hell, man? What the hell?
Yeah.
All right, so let's actually see this. What InfoWars bankruptcy filing means for Sandy Hook families who sued Alex Jones for calling the school massacre a hoax. Let's see what this actually means. All right. So he told his listeners on Monday that he was totally maxed out financially. He urged his audience to contribute money or to buy products off of the InfoWars website. The attorneys for the Sandy Hook families have accused Jones of trying to hide millions of dollars in assets. Oh my God! See, maybe that's why he was hiding. He refused to hand over Discovery.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah. So someone in the chat says that he did hand over all the documents, but they're claiming he didn't. Well, who's going to prove what,
yeah.
right? Like where's the proof of either side? You know.
If they have links,
Mm-hmm.
but the court's saying he didn't.
Yes.
And
The court's saying he didn't. Let's see. Jones says that we have less than $3 million cash and we need that money to operate. Okay. Damn. What are Jones's finances? A separate lawsuit accused him of hiding millions of dollars in assets. Last month, he was fined $75,000 for failing to appear in disposition in a defamation case, but a judge last week ordered the return of the money because Jones eventually showed up. Bankruptcy court filings claim that Jones had paid $10 million in legal fees. He claimed in court records last year he had a negative net worth of $20 million, but attorneys for Sandy Hook families have painted a different financial picture. Court records show that Jones's InfoWars store, which sells nutritional supplements and survival gear, made more than $165 million between 2015 and 2018. Man,
wow,
like, that's a fair amount of
you could
money.
make a lot from it.
Yeah, like,
$165 million.
yeah, so, man, like, that's a fair amount of money. Like, where is that money? Did you just spend it all? Like, to be fair, if you're running a business, you have like a place you have to upkeep, you have equipment, you have your location, you have your salary, you have your employee's salary. Like, the money can definitely go. Also, you have to use the money to, like, restock on product. So there's expenses here. But is it really the case that he has none of that? I don't know. I don't. It's possible, but it's unlikely, I think.
We're not believing all the News Corporal sites.
I'm just reading it.
Guys,
I'm just reading it and thinking.
we are just reading
Yeah.
it, and we are just reading what they're saying.
So, in February, the families of the 9 victims of the school shooting announced they agreed to settle the case. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna. Yep, they must pay damages. Another defamation case. There's more cases. Okay. So, Alex Jones's lawyer broke ethics rules in the Newtown case. So, also his lawyers are fucking around. Oh, Jones lost a lot in his divorce. Oh, that's probably where it went. Yeah, I could see that being the case. If he got divorced and she just took fucking everything, I could see that being the case. Yeah.
When did he have the divorce?
I don't know. Let's hold on.
Let me check.
Yeah. $2017.
Oh.
Yeah. So the divorce happened. So yes. Let me just go back here a bit. So 165. Yeah, he's getting fucked every which way. 165 million between 2015 and 2018, but the divorce hit in 2017. So that money could actually be gone. He could just be completely fucked. Hoystein for $5. Thank you. They can sue him like this due to him claiming they were acting. The truthers never claimed that about the families of victims. So there is a difference. Oh, okay. All right. I understand. Okay.
All right.
So someone in the chat says this is why he's filing Chapter 11, because a court can now come in and literally sift through all their finances to verify them. And because it will be determined by the court, it will be legal verification. Okay. So this actually could be like the proper thing for him to do then.
Yeah, that might be a smart thing for him to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's see the wrong thing that his lawyer did. A Connecticut judge on Wednesday determined that a lawyer for InfoWars' host, Alex Jones, broke attorney conduct rules during the deposition of a witness as part of a defamation lawsuit. Okay. Judge Barbara Bellis in Waterbury said during a court hearing that she was leaning towards reprimanding Hartford lawyer Jay Woolman, but did not immediately impose sanctions. She said she would issue a written ruling later. Woolman denied that he broke the rules. What, is it just like a... This seems to be like a tiny thing. Maybe this is just I don't know, because like there are many tiny ways in court proceedings you can break rules, right? Like you could like
boomer comic.
Yeah, there's a boomer comic down there too. That's just okay. All right, boomers. But relatives of the 20 killed children, 6 educators killed in 20. Okay, suing Jones. Yeah. Okay. At issue on Wednesday was Wallman's questioning of Jones's former employee Robert Jacobson during a deposition in September, and whether he badgered and intimidating Jacobson in a failed attempt to get Jacobson to search email on his phone for the phrase Sandy Hook. So maybe he was doing like he was being too pushy. He's like, you have to search this, and he's just like, no, I don't. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Does Paul Joseph Watson still own a stake in Prison Planet? I don't know. He might. I don't know. It's possible.
Does he still? He hasn't been with Prison Planet for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Does he?
Let's see. Well, no, his Twitter's still called Prison Planet.
Oh yeah, he still is then. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to his Wikipedia page.
Let us learn. Let us discover.
Yeah. I mean, he's still called Prison Planet Live. No, he still works. He still works for them. He's still part of their, like he runs a channel that is part of their network, but he has like a lot of autonomy there. Yeah. So it seems like he's still kind of attached to the whole thing. Well, okay.
Imagine my shock.
Oh God, I hate. In the fucking Xander Hall video, he called Paul Joseph Watson a Nazi, and I'm like, come on, man. He's a lot of things. He's not that. Sargon's a lot of things. Sargon's not a white nationalist. Like, chill the fuck. Chill the fuck. Come on, man. It's all so tiring.
Why can't we just call people like, I disagree with your opinion and I think you're shitty?
Yeah, you can say, I think you're dumb, not I think you're a Nazi. Hi, Lilith, what's up?
Oh, sorry.
Nazi. Hi, Naomi. Naomi came in. What's going on, Naomi?
Naomi.
Oh, I see how your subconscious is working, Dev. I understand.
Hey, fuck you.
I understand.
God damn it. What's going on?
Nothing.
Wait.
But yes,
gee, really?
Let's go.
Okay. Sorry, Naomi came in for a minute. She had to grab something.
Anyways.
Yes. Let's see. It just seems like that the lawyer was pushing the guy a bit too hard to get something on his phone. Might have overstepped. This is just like, it seems like it's just
I feel like
a miscommunication.
There's so many fucking. They're just trying to get him on like this on so many ways. It's just like, oh, look at how bad the lawyer is.
Yeah. If it's someone this high profile, they're gonna be like watching everything like a hawk, you know?
Yeah.
Oh God, everyone wants to clip me calling Naomi Lilith now. Oh God. Thanks,
what?
chat.
Oh no.
Well, no, when she came in, I accidentally said hi, Lilith.
Oh, I didn't hear her say that, but hey.
No, I said it accidentally. She came in just to grab something and she left. Let's see. Okay.
Clip chimps.
Clip chimps again. Oh, do you recall when Hassan said that clip chimping was racist?
Really?
Like the term. And it's like, Jesus Christ, guys. Slow your fucking roll over there. Okay, hold on. Alex Jones loses by default in Sandy Hook defamation lawsuits. Okay. So this is because he didn't show up. He didn't give the proper, or according to the court, he didn't give the discovery. Okay. I think we have the story of what's going on here.
Yes.
All right. So this is what's new. Lawsuit claims that Alex Jones moved millions of dollars to a shell company to hide the funds. Okay. So basically, this lawsuit is claiming that Alex Jones does have the money to pay for this shit, but he doesn't want to. So he's creating shell companies and then moving money to those shell companies so that he doesn't have the money anymore. The company does.
That's what the lawsuit alleges, yes.
Yeah, so we don't know if this is true yet, but we're going to look into it a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
A new lawsuit in Texas over accusations that the InfoWars host hid millions of dollars in assets. Okay, let's see.
Remember, it's a lawsuit alleging something. It's not
Not necessarily true.
not necessarily true, so that's why we're looking into.
According to the lawsuit, Jones is accused of drawing about $18 million from his InfoWars company over 3 years. Starting in 2018 when the defamation lawsuits were filed. Jones is also accused of claiming a dubious $54 million debt around that time to another company, which the lawsuit alleges is indirectly or directly owned by Alex Jones. Norm Pattis, an attorney for Jones, says there was no effort to hide assets. The suggestion is ridiculous. We look forward to litigating these issues. Okay. So this is just a stub article, meaning that it's news that has come out, but there's no information. It's just the filing. So the filing basically says Alex Jones apparently owes a company money, so he can't afford to pay the suit, but the company that he owes money to is his. So it's like he owes no money because there's no actual legitimate debt there.
According to the lawsuit.
So we'll have to see how this actually plays out. We don't know where this is going yet.
Without them going into and digging up all the information, there's no way for us to know one way or another.
So there we are.
That one was relatively recent.
Yes, this was, I think, one of the newer articles. So we are basically at the point now.
Jones is his worst enemy. Yeah, he kind of is.
Yeah. So
but then again, who isn't sometimes?
Right? If Alex Jones actually did owe these companies money, and that's how he's avoiding it, and the companies are getting this Chapter 10 or Chapter 11 protection to restructure and refinance and kind of figure out how to keep going and making money throughout having all of these suits. This could be him using legal trickery to get out of it. This could be him using legitimate legal avenues to try and keep himself afloat and not just immediately disappear and go into debt and just fucking die. There's
anybody in their right mind would.
Yeah. Okay, Justin for $20.
If he's doing wrongdoings, things he's not supposed to be doing, then he's gonna get in more trouble probably.
Justin for $20. Alex Jones was ordered to hand over paperwork on how he planned to monetize his coverage on the Sandy Hook conspiracy. Alex Jones said that the documents didn't exist. The judge's argument was that they must exist because MSN says his show is, I can't pronounce it, is mainly on, MSN said that his show is mainly on Sandy Hook. Okay, so the judge has, if this super chat is true, thanks for the $20, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If the super chat is true,
thank you. That's interesting because I haven't seen any of the articles cover that.
Because if the judge is getting a false impression that Alex Jones's show is entirely about Sandy Hill from MSN, and it's not actually about Sandy Hill all the time. We know that it's not about Sandy Hill all the time. That's actually pretty interesting. It also makes MSN slightly more liable here. So let me see. MSN, Alex Jones.
The story develops.
Let's look into it, shall we?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. I wonder how we even find, though, MSN saying that Alex Jones's show is all about Sandy Hook. That's probably hard to find, to be honest. Oops. Clicked the wrong thing here. Okay. So, that seems to be the current situation on Alex Jones. Is that he is being dogpiled for this. Basically, he did legitimately do something wrong. He apologized. Mm-hmm. He got sued anyway. And now, as things unfold, it seems to be this chess game between people who legitimately, regardless of,
It
of how
feels
you
like a
feel.
game of how to ruin Alex Jones the most.
Yes. So regardless of what the parents might feel, they might just be seeing payday. They might just be bitter because their kids are dead. Fair enough. I'm not gonna just shit on those guys. But there are definitely people who have it out for Alex Jones for political reasons, who are using this opportunity to try and just completely bury him. And it
So you're
may
saying
it may be the
if
case
you,
that he actually
yes.
committed some wrongdoing, or it may be the case that he this is just an
Mhm.
exceptionally opportune moment for his opponents to come after him. It seems like they might just be out for
Well,
blood. Yeah.
we'd have to prove that there's like political motive for them to go over, but it feels like it's kind of hard to think like there isn't, like, just pure speculation wise. It's just like it feels really personal right now
Yes.
from the looks of it.
So I think we can. Okay. So no, hold on. We
Like
cannot
he did
prove.
do something legitimately like shitty, like you said. Like
Yeah.
he shouldn't have said those ridiculous things. But it's just like, to what extent do you punish a person for that? He's
Yes.
already apologized. He's retracted what he said. Um, he's, I don't know. I guess they just want all of his money. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe the parents want the money. I think his opponents just want him gone from the space. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there are a lot of people who just like want him to just like disappear altogether.
Okay, so Justin just paid $5 more. Thank you again, buddy. His previous super chat was a summation of Alex Jones's past statements in trial. Okay, so the claim that MSN, hold on, so the claim that the judge was influenced by an MSN article that said that his show was mainly on Sandy Hook, that statement came from Alex Jones. Okay. $10 from James. Happy birthday, Lilith.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. So we cannot prove at all that there is some kind of political motivation or some kind of concerted effort to take down Alex Jones. But we can be conspiracy theorists ourselves. We can, be
And we're
that.
not saying, as a definite fact that there is
We
a
can,
political motivation.
you know,
Political motivation.
but you know what we can do? We can stay up all night
Freaking hell,
until.
can't say words sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay. So we can
Till the cows come home.
we can stay up. We can stay up until 3 a.m. with like coffee and cigarettes and pinning things together on a board with tacks and string, like pictures, and we can do that too. We can be that crazy guy too. So maybe we should indulge a little bit, okay? So,
Sure.
this is what you prepared, a lot of the stuff regarding the actual lawsuit for this stream. I prepared this. All right?
You asked for sources.
Yep,
I
yep,
just
of course.
looked up the sources that was available.
So,
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to show you. Here's what I got together, all right?
Mhm.
This is an article from December of 2020. This is mostly regarding COVID stuff. How should you talk to your friends and relatives who believe in conspiracy theories? This is like a life article, it's not like a...
So, sorry, somebody in the chat says he offered to settle with each parent for $126,000.
But they declined. Yeah, stating that they want to have
a public reckoning. Yeah, that sounds like it.
That sounds okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that sounds pretty oof, Okay, so how should you talk to friends and relatives who believe conspiracy theories? This is like a lifestyle article. This is not a serious news piece, it's a fluff piece. But let's check it out, okay? You're dreading the moment. As your uncle passes the roast potatoes, he casually mentions that a coronavirus vaccine will be used to inject microchips into our bodies to track us. Or maybe it's the point when a friend, after a couple of pints, starts talking about how COVID-19 doesn't exist. Or when pudding is ruined as a long-lost cousin starts spinning lurid tales about QAnon and elite Satanists eating babies. Oh my God. So, I think I recall this. It was like 2018 or 2019, Lilith. And you posted a tweet that inspired a video of mine. And the tweet was, it was a trans person waving the trans flag and then having a turkey shoved on their hand in the other hand. You remember that?
I don't remember that. What was that?
Okay, hold on.
They have a turkey?
Hold on. Ethan Ralph sent his Gunt guards to flag this channel, just letting you know. I haven't said anything about Ethan Ralph recently. Why the fuck would you flag me? I know Ethan Ralph's going on like a flagging spree on everyone recently, but not me. I've been staying out of that fucking drama. Okay, hold on.
That's funny, but hey.
He has something going on, and I'm just gonna stay out of it. I'm just gonna stay out of that shit. All right, because it seems kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I can't find it. Shit. I did a video. In the thumbnail of the video, there's a trans person with like brown skin and short purple hair, and they're screeching, and they're waving a trans flag, and they have a turkey shoved on their fist in the asshole of the turkey on the other one. And it was supposed to be like a trans Thanksgiving thing. There was that picture. And you posted
Was that me?
It was a drawing. It was a drawing. And someone took that. No, you took that picture, posted on your Twitter, and you said, this is what these crazies want you to think trans people are, but we're not this. We're not this fucking crazy.
I don't remember saying. Sorry. I'm
Oh, it was like 4 years ago.
Blanking out. Were you remembering somebody else?
Oh no, it was definitely you.
I'm trying. Because I'm trying to remember the turkey.
It was a cooked turkey. It was a cooked turkey.
I don't. There's nothing like that in my mind, but you might be right.
Okay, can I? Maybe if like I find the picture, you'll know. Hey, chat, can you guys like find that video? If someone in the chat can find it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They don't even know. It's all just fucked. I'm looking up trans Thanksgiving.
If it's 2014, then
it was 2018 that this happened.
It was 2018.
I think it's called Transgiving now. Oh my god, they came for Thanksgiving, guys. Okay, give me a second.
Thanksgiving's been canceled.
Shit, I can't find it. It's probably under like a name that I can't recall, and I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, no, I did it. Okay, here it is, Lilith. I'm going to bring it up on the screen.
See.
Okay. This is the thumbnail. I'll just bring it up now. Do you see that?
Not yet.
It's on the stream. Now it's visible. So this was the video thumbnail.
That one.
Yeah. So you definitely took this and posted it on your Twitter back in the day. And you were like,
oh, right.
Yeah.
What the frick? It's such a
okay, so
an imagery. Why?
Yeah, so
I feel like when you mentioned it, I thought it was like, was this a fever dream? What the hell?
So this image, it looks like it's a meme. It looks like it's a fucking joke. But it was used unironically. It was used unironically in like a pro-trans Thanksgiving article where it's like how to confront your racist conservative uncle at Thanksgiving. How to shoot them down. And it's like, chill the fuck out, guys.
I remember
Jesus.
now.
Yeah.
It was used like why do you make that's how you portray trans people, a crazy pink-haired person. I'm sure some are.
Fisting a turkey, for fuck's sake.
Fisting a turkey.
So
why are they fisting a turkey? Because their relatives drove them so crazy, I guess. But why?
So I'm bringing that up because this article kind of plays off of that. You know, like how do you deal with crazies at the dinner table during holidays? You know, the uncle you only see once a year or whatever. Now, rather than this being about like LGBT stuff, this is about conspiracy theories. How do you deal with your uncle who thinks that a coronavirus vaccine will inject microchips into your bodies? Or talking about how COVID doesn't exist, or QAnon, or elite Satanists. Now, first of all, the left itself, they're also very in on the conspiracy theories. They talk about the globalist bourgeoisie 1%. You know, they talk about Bill Gates just as much. Like it's not fucking pretend that this isn't like a bipartisan thing. It certainly is. All right, but still, how do you talk about conspiracy theories ruining your family get together. Okay, so this article gives you like, you
Laugh
know,
about it.
it's like keep calm, don't be dismissive, encourage critical thinking, ask questions, don't expect immediate results. Okay, so
Soy, 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 soy,
soy, soy,
soy.
soy, soy. So let's
No,
actually go.
soy. No. What you do is you play into it.
Yeah. So
You play into it. You go even crazier.
so
You go even crazier than your relatives. You go if they think like fucking if they think that 9/11 steel beams and shit. You just say the tower didn't even exist.
the tower never existed.
The tower never existed. I mean,
Mm.
has there been proof? Has anybody seen the towers for 20 years?
They vanished. Okay, so with Alex Jones being the primary conspiracy theorist peddler, we should look into some of these conspiracy theories. Okay, so for example, this was a good one. This was like this is surface level Alex Jonesery. Okay, remember when Alex Jones said that whenever Silicon Valley gets called out on their shit, they just throw some Indian out in front to act confused and say that they don't think they're doing anything wrong, and that is exactly what Twitter did on the Joe Rogan show a few years ago, where Jack showed up with this Indian woman who was like, I don't know what you mean. We're doing okay, aren't we? Like, I don't understand. Like that was the meme. 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago this happened. So okay, that's surface level
Oh,
Alex
Indian
Jonesery.
spokesperson.
Yeah, I even forget her name. I did a video on her, and I even forget her name. It doesn't really matter though. Okay, so what's next? What's next? Actually, I should probably share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm doing, Lilith. Here, let's share the screen. There you go. Okay, you can see what's going on now. Okay, so let's see. Let's check this one out. This is from 2019. Okay, so about 3 years ago. Alex Jones, Joe Rogan war leads to conspiracy theory meltdown. InfoWars host says that babies are being harvested for their organs. Okay? Seems pretty crazy, right? That seems pretty fucking crazy. Yeah.
Sounds like Alex Jones, but
Yeah.
then
But then, hold on. Okay. So, after a recent feud, Jones is invited back on Joe Rogan's show. While speaking with martial arts instructor Eddie Bravo on an episode uploaded on Wednesday, Jones began shouting about infanticide. I came here and I proved they're keeping babies alive and they're taking their organs. The Senate voted Monday to keep it legal. They fucking did it. Bravo. And you can't fucking admit they're killing already born kids. So you're telling me it isn't real when they had a fucking vote in the goddamn fucking Senate. That's a conspiracy theory, that Bravo responds. I am ready to beat your fucking ass, Jones answers. You think you're fucking tough? You're about to get it. Bullshit. They're killing already born babies. Stop fucking lying. God fucking damn it. I'm getting pissed. So, Jones is going off. Jones is fucking unhinged at this point.
I'll beat your fucking ass.
He's fucking crazy. Xander, thanks for the $5. Take a page out of the Psychic Pebbles' playbook. Just out crazy the crazy person. Happy birthday, Lilith. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes. Psychic Pebbles playbook indeed. So I'll play the crazy person. Oh, I haven't watched Psychic Pebbles in a while.
So Alex Jones is going crazy.
Anyways,
When contacted for comment, an InfoWars representative sent Newsweek articles about late-term abortion, including a Slate report dating to 2012. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you're simply ignorant and not malicious or mentally challenged. Okay. So, Alex Jones is ranting. This is back in 2019. Clear conspiracy theorist. And this is going to be used to restrict abortion rights and all this shit. It's going to make people... You can already see the narrative unfold. This is what a leftoid would say, is that Alex Jones needs to be censored because he's going to make things worse for women. Okay. Well, what came out recently... So this came out about a year ago, 2 years after this rant happened. Federal government caught buying fresh flesh of aborted babies who could have survived as preemies. So, the U.S. government has been buying and trafficking fresh aborted baby body parts. Now, if you believe that a fetus is a baby, then the whole "they're killing babies for their body parts," that language makes sense here. So, these body parts, purchased by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to humanize mice and test biologic drugs in scientific experiments, came from babies up to 24 weeks old in gestation, just weeks from being born. Okay. That's kind of crazy. So
I mean,
records indicate that
waste
ABR
not, want not, right?
waste not, want not. So
They were gonna get awarded anyways.
yeah.
I
So
sheesh.
the company. So there's a company called ABR that makes
I mean, it
millions.
doesn't.
This
Yeah.
this company makes millions every year by harvesting organs like lungs, livers, eyeballs, and brains from aborted babies and reselling them at profit. ABR was paid $12,000 upfront per box of babies. Some of them were survivable outside of the womb, between the gestational age of 16 to 24 weeks. Most purchases are for intact
24
thymuses
weeks
and
is a
livers.
oof.
Yeah, intact thymuses and livers shipped fresh and on wet ice. An FDA doctor, with the callousness of picking a cut of meat from a butcher shop, an FDA doctor requests tissue samples be procured from a baby boy, as they claim it is strongly preferred to have a male fetus if at all possible. But undetermined sex or female is better than no tissue. Okay, so there's this stuff. Now this is from the Federalist, and the Federalist has a right wing slant for sure. So maybe
Yes.
maybe this is just like who knows, right? So we can keep going. Here's Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is a more mainstream right wing source, and this is 6 months later. 6 months after this previous report, millions in federal money flowed to a tissue bank that collected fetal heart, gonads, legs, and brain. And this
Yeah.
report came from the
4
University of
weeks is
Pittsburgh.
a fucking.
Yeah. So the University of Pittsburgh, the Department of Health and Human Services has funneled at least $2.7 million into a University of Pittsburgh project that utilizes a tissue bank with organs. Okay, so there's multiple organizations doing this sort of thing right now, okay? It
I mean, yeah, it's
it's pretty
yeah,
oof. It's pretty oof. um so
especially when profit is involved.
Trump put a ban on it in 2019. He banned it. And this came out of the National Library of Medicine. It was just basically a paper signed by some researchers who were saying that we should not ban it. And they were saying like this tissue is being aborted anyway. Abortion is still legal in the United States, and so as long as it's being aborted anyway, this tissue actually is useful in medical experiments. There have been good things to come out of it because there's various medicines and studies and whatever the case may be. New data has come out of examining this stuff. So we shouldn't be stopping it for a moral reason like that because they're getting aborted anyway. And that was their point of view at the National Library for Medicine. So they wrote this paper saying, here, we the undersigned believe that we should be able to use this tissue to solve these problems. And they mention some HIV research, they mention some other research. So it's like, okay, fair enough. Like there is obviously a benefit here. And then this happened April 2021. Biden's National Institute of Health has officially rescinded the ban on using fetal tissues in research on Friday. So Trump banned it in 2019. Biden unbanned it in 2021. So there's probably going to be a partisan going back and forth on the use of these body parts for some time. But the point being is that everyone was calling Alex Jones a conspiracy theorist back when he yelled and screeched this on the Joe Rogan show. But it turned out to be at least kind of correct.
Yep.
And that's the important part, is that like you can move the goalpost and say, okay, it's true, but we just think it's good. That's a different.
Buddy and then Alex Jones right jar.
Yeah, exactly. So like the we do it and it's good conversation is a different conversation than the we don't do it conversation. So they were saying we don't do this. It's so crazy. Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist, but it turns out he was kind of right in that one. All right.
Yes.
So then you have to ask, well, what else has Alex Jones said that has turned out to be true, at least partially, at least from like his own arguing position, from his own point of view, from his own definitions? What else has turned out to be correct? Okay, so this was back in 2015. Bill Gates is funding a birth control microchip that lasts 16 years inside of your body and can be turned on or off with a remote control. Now, Alex Jones has been talking about microchips in the body for like 20 fucking years now. to say that people aren't looking into this just seems to be ridiculous. Yes, people are looking into this. And the idea that you could, like, this sounds pretty convenient, right? Like, oh, what if I could have a microchip and then for 16 years I can control whether or not, by touching a button on my phone app, whether or not I can get a girl pregnant. That sounds pretty cool. But then you think about it, well, what if it's not you who has the app, but it's the government? What if you suddenly,
Hmm.
the government is suddenly these chips are going into everybody all the time, and the government controls your fertility? That doesn't sound very good either. So, like, yes,
Yeah.
there's a convenience argument, and then there's the, well, what if the Republicans come into power and make everyone have kids, or what if some crazy fucking progressive comes into power and makes everyone sterile? Either way, like, it should not be some central authority's position whether or not you should have kids. Period. All right. So
Uh, yes. Let's just say that this technology has the real possibility of getting used for evil and lots of it.
yes, yes. So this idea, people are like, Alex Jones has ranted about microchips and Bill Gates, but you know what? Some of it seems to be at least partially true. You know, this one was kind of goofy, where the Australian health chief actually used the phrase "New World Order" in a speech. I watched this video, um, but basically she says, we will be looking at what contract we will be looking at what contract tracing looks like in the new world order. Yes, it will be pubs and clubs and other things if we have a positive case there, but our response may be different if we know people are fully vaccinated. So this is talking about COVID contact tracing, obviously. But she uses the phrase new world order, a really dumb fucking phrase to use, and the entire internet lost their mind about it. So this is probably more of a
You
case of
you think that these government officials would avoid using those triggering terms.
yes, yes. And this is probably just like a really dumb fuck mistake and not actually indicative of anything. But you know
It's
what?
like
It's
Trudeau saying, we're gonna have the Great Reset."
yes, yes. Or you have like Klaus Schwab saying that he's injected people into the cabinets of various various countries. You know, like shit like this where it's like it's possible that you guys are absolutely fucking evil, or it's possible you're really fucking dumb. Like it's possible. Who knows? You know?
Or they might be so evil and they're like blatant about it.
Yes, that too, right? You don't know. So
Yeah. Or they could just be like idiots.
yeah,
Like you said.
Alex Jones has talked about semi-comedically, like always ranting and raving about how the 1%, you know, the globalists are sucking the blood of young people to stay alive. And then you have this shit happened in 2020. Could young blood stop us from getting old? And then
Hmm.
you have like rich people who are like getting blood infusions from young people. Like remember seeing that shit? Like it's crazy.
Okay, but what if we could create young blood without harm? And if what if that worked?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But still though, like we're not at that point yet. And so you know, should old people be getting just like paying for young blood transfusions? I don't know about that. That seems kind of ridiculous to me. Um,
What if the young people get rich from doing that? That'd be a way of redistributing the wealth.
I mean, that's true. That's true, right? The issue
Because
there
old
though,
people have more money.
like the capital and the capitalist
Usually.
in me says yes, obviously, right? But then you have like the argument against it seems to be more of a lefty argument where it's like even if they consent, it's still kind of exploitative.
But yes, this is
Yeah.
a case of Alex Jones was probably right.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was right.
Yes, it's another Alex Jones was right. Yeah.
If there's some backings towards it, it's probably.
Yep. So also,
But then again, that old people have a young blood. That was in Simpsons too, wasn't it?
oh yeah. This a lot of this stuff has been floating around the comedy sphere before it turned out to be real. Um, Alex Jones's most famous quote is "turning the frogs gay." The chemicals are put in the water is turning the frogs gay, and then it turned out this came out. Male frogs may be turning female thanks to estrogen in suburban waste. So
No,
basically,
I mean, somebody says, "What if something could be created from nothing?" No, Lilith, that's not how it works. I meant like synthesizing it.
yeah.
Like,
If one day we have replicators, would it be moral then? It's a different conversation. Yeah, I know what you mean.
e.
Yeah, but yeah. So male frogs may be turning female
I like to
thanks to
ask. I
estrogen
like to
in
ask
suburban
questions.
waste. So like, the frogs gay thing is at
The
least part.
femboy frogs.
Femboy
That's
Pepes are
called
out there, guys. So
trans and femboys.
basically,
Frogs.
estrogen
Gay
waste.
frogs.
So the idea seems to be that Certain foods have a lot more estrogen in it. Women who take birth control, they piss out estrogen. Um, so there's a lot more estrogen in the water supply right now, and that might be leading to certain feminization of things. Like male sperm counts are down. There's some hypothesis that might be part of it. We don't know yet. It's
Well,
possible. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's possible, but the frogs gay thing seems to be related to the amount of human estrogen waste in the water. So like,
it's very memey, but there is some truth to it.
yes,
Well, it's like
there's some truth to it.
another dollar into the Alex Jones was right
Hmm.
jar.
Regarding more implants, Pentagon has developed an implant that can detect COVID that they put underneath your skin. This came out last April 2021. So they've built a microsensor that goes underneath your skin that can detect your health situation. They used it so that they invented it so that soldiers can have their health monitored during a mission. Um, which I can see how there'd be utility in that if you're a soldier. But like,
It's a pretty cool technology if it works.
yeah,
It just can't. It's just like the obvious question is, what if it becomes mandatory?
yes, and also what if it becomes used on civilians, and what if it becomes used for more than just health? And like, there's so many like, basically, Alex Jones is talking about microchips, and we do seem to be heading slowly in that direction. Um,
Yes.
what else do we have? Oh yeah, so the WHO has published a guidance document for countries and implementing partners on the introduction of digital vaccine certificates. And the work was funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Rockefeller Foundation. So this came out of the WHO's website, digital documentation of COVID-19 certificates, vaccination status. So back when COVID started, all of the conspiracy theorists, including Alex Jones, said they will never make vaccines mandatory. That was a lie. They will never have vaccine passports. That was a lie. They'll never push for digital ID and digital vaccine certificates. That was a lie. They'll never make you scan your phone going into a business to ensure that you had your vaccine. They'll never actually make you verify it constantly. That was a lie. They'll never restrict movement. That was a lie. Like, so many things. People, again, mostly leftists, people, when COVID first hit, they're like, we'll never do this. You're crazy for assuming it. You're crazy for predicting it. Even like leftist YouTubers and stuff said that it was right wing misinformation and disinformation and conspiracy theories, and these people are crazy. They're undermining public trust. They need to be deplatformed. Fucking everything, and it all came true. It all came fucking true. And I don't like being the guy who has to sit here and say that it came true, but it came fucking true.
I've heard people say that COVID, like passports, was never going to be a thing,
Mhm.
and then it became a thing.
Yeah.
Like we're not anti-COVID or anti-vaxxers here,
Right.
but it's just like it pains. It pains at least it pains me to see this. Just like, oh, well, first it's well, COVID vaccine. If you claim that it's ever going to be a thing, you're a conspiracy theorist.
Mm-hmm.
You should be deplatformed, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
As like and then it was just, and then and now it's just like sorry.
It's okay. I understand.
No, it's just gosh, this is why I live stream. I can't speak sometimes.
It's completely fine. I know what you mean. Like, sometimes some of this stuff is pretty overwhelming. Like, the amount of just how blatant they've been about it. You know what I mean? The amount of things they said would never happen, and not only would they never happen, you were a far right Nazi for even thinking that it might, and then they happened.
Yes,
You know?
that's
Yeah.
what. Yes,
Yes.
and now that there is like a COVID passports, there's that they're like fuck, I forgot what's even the thing. It's frustrating. It's
Yes. Yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah. There's just so many frustrating things about it. And it's not even it's not even that big of a deal personally. I think unless they're like microchipping people, it's just like a piece of paper that says I got a shot. That's fine. They should have never denied it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
They
here's
should
the
have
issue
just
now.
never said, "Oh, you're crazy."
The issue now seems to be, now that they've gone back in so many things and they've tried to rewrite history so many times, now they're saying we will never microchip you. So everyone is like hyper on edge, and they're like, we know what's going on here. We've seen the song and dance that has played out since early 2020. You know what I mean? Like everyone is now being like, we know what's coming now. You're saying that we're not going to do this. Let's see what happens in a few years. That's what everyone's saying now.
Yeah.
Um, and then finally, the biggest conspiracy of all, the girls were just so young. The horrors of Jeffrey Epstein's private island. Alex Jones has
Oh,
Alex Jones has been
that
talking
one.
about the pedophiles in Hollywood and in the news and in the ruling class
Before anybody.
for anybody, and it was always just crazy conspiracy theories. And then like the Epstein Island thing was probably the most blatant example of it, where it happened. We all know that it happened, and everyone has agreed just not to talk about it. You know what I mean? Everyone has agreed not to look into it. Everyone has basically said, no, he clearly hung himself. Shut the fuck up. And like everyone knows. Everyone knows that it's a fiction.
Don't question it. Just don't
Yeah.
look into it.
So this great meme was sent to me by Charles Kahn. So, how should you talk to friends and relatives who believe conspiracy theories? Here's what you say. Hey bro, you were right about everything. I'm sorry. that's how you fucking deal with someone like Alex Jones. you just admit it, I guess. I guess that's the case.
Oh no. Yeah.
So,
It's funny how our world works.
yeah. What seems to have happened though, my actual honest take on Alex Jones seems to be something more like Alex Jones is kind of like Nostradamus, where he made a billion predictions. Most of them were wrong, but
But
the
some of
ones,
them are bound to be right.
yeah, some of them are bound to be right, and the ones that were right are like really high profile.
Yes.
They were really high profile.
The ones that he was wrong was high profile too.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
Sandy Hook shit that
Yep.
ruined him.
Yeah, that's
But
true enough. Yeah,
he also had some high profile hits like the whole Epstein shit.
yep.
Like I was talking about it like after hearing about it. I probably didn't even know he was the one who said it at first.
Oh yeah.
But like I was talking about it back in like fucking 2017 or some shit earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I had it was just like these horrible things that these rich people are doing. And it's just like I get looked at. It's just like I'm looked at. I'm like I'm crazy. Like I'm like this was be pre QAnon, but like if QAnon existed, I would have probably got called that too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And the worst part is like the people who still call him just a conspiracy theorist. They kind of, it's like what the fuck? Like what the fuck are you doing?
He's a character. He is a conspiracy theorist, but he's also more than that. I think.
Yeah. But you see people. So when it comes to the mainstream media, they are protecting their own interests. They're gonna say, "Oh, obviously he's a conspiracy theorist, you guys." But like,
Yeah.
then you see like some YouTubers though. YouTubers should know better at this point. We're more on the ground. We're more like regular people. We're kind of closer to things. Like you should know better.
We don't purport to be the arbiters of truth.
Yeah.
We're learning just like you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's why it's like we're not the same as like those big media profiles where it's just like they have an entire team.
Yeah.
Where it's just like.
But also, more importantly, though, we don't have the same interest that they do because we
don't have the people paying us.
Yeah.
It's just like to tell us what to say and that type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real Holtz there for $5. Thank you. Alex Jones was right in the same way that you're bound to hit your target if you aim in the right general direction and are close up with a shotgun.
We're more on the ground, is what I mean.
Yes, more on the ground. In some ways, yeah. But also, like, we're less ideologically possessed, let's say. You know, like, I'm not interested in...
We have our own personal biases, but we try to, like... We don't have, like, people telling us, like, this is what you need to believe.
Yes, yes, exactly. So like you might have like a right wing pundit who are like, Alex Jones is never wrong, based, he predicted everything, he knows what's going on, legitimately believe Alex Jones is like, chill the fuck out, all right? But then you also have like a left wing, like left YouTuber, like a bread tuber or something, and they might say something like, if you believe in anything that Alex Jones says, you're a conspiracy theorist Nazi, you're part of the problem, you're radicalizing people. It's like, both of you guys need to chill the fuck out, all right? Like just calm down. Admitting that Alex Jones was right about some very bad things does not make you a bad person. It does not make you a conspiracy theorist. It doesn't. Oh God, the truth is the truth, regardless of the political inconvenience of it.
I'll read the super chat since I interrupted it. You
Oh, sorry,
finishing it?
sorry.
Yeah. The real Holtzinator.
Yep.
$5. Alex Jones was right in the same way you're bound to hit your target if you aim in the right general direction and are close up with the shotgun.
Yes.
Yep. And that's a very good way of putting it.
I agree. The question is, has Alex Jones been more or less correct than the general news companies? I get that he looks more unhinged, but is he less correct than they were? I actually don't know. I think what's actually going on. I think what's actually going on here is that Alex Jones has been more correct about things that the mainstream establishment has been like vehemently denying. It's like, that never happened. You can't say that happened. You can't talk about like those kind of topics. Alex Jones has been correct about that, and I think that's what's important. Because if there was no stakes to any of these stories, and Alex Jones just said some wild shit, most people would just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They would.
I think that's what's going on here. Is that where he's correct? It seems to be kind of a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And what he's not, bad shit could happen.
Hmm.
Oof.
Well, what do you mean,
I
Trickovic?
feel bad.
What are you talking about? Chat. Someone's saying. Anyway, there we go. Chat. There's our Alex Jones. There's our Alex Jones situation. What do you guys want to say about it?
And thank you to everybody for
All the supers. Yeah.
the chats, supers, and the chats.
Yes. Thanks to everyone for everything.
And the well wishes for a happy birthday. Sorry it took a while for the stream to start, but hey.
I was only 5 minutes late. Lucifer for $2. Happy birthday, Lilith. Love ya, sister. Thank you. A real Holtznader again for $5. Did you watch Nate the lawyer's video on the CNN and Fox News study? It's 10 minutes long and pretty pertinent and balanced, IMO. Maybe I could look it up. We have a bit of extra time here. Now, what we'd have to do is not pull a Hassan, where we just watch the whole thing while eating chicken nuggies and just go true into the mic. We have to actually comment on it.
So CNN.
Okay. This fellow's called Nate the Lawyer. Never even heard of him. But here, I'll set up a watch together. And we can watch together. Create your room. Just give me a moment here. Hey, come on. Oh, God damn it. Okay.
So CNN went after Fox
God
News.
damn it.
Thank you very much, Lucifer the Doberman, by the way, for the
Man.
I don't know, and the wishes.
I'm trying to figure out how this actually works. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
So CNN went after Fox News.
Stop, pause. Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, sorry guys, you hear that? Yeah, I know, I'm a boomer. Okay, here's the room. And here's the video. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I full screen this shit? Is there no full screen on Watch Together?
Ugh.
Quality. Oh, there is full screen. Okay, here we go. All right. You ready to watch this shit?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So CNN went after Fox News and wind up exposing themselves.
Oh my God.
I'm not joking.
So,
My name is
this is Nate the lawyer, guys. Since you're going to be watching his content, you might as well go sub to him so he gets something out of it. That's
Yes.
let's not just blatantly steal. Let's go.
Yep.
Nate the lawyer. If you are new here, we talk about the law and the facts. If you're about that life, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Brian Stelter is going to tell us about a fascinating new report that just came out from a couple of researchers looking at politically motivated stories in media. Here's Brian. He's going to explain to us what we're about to say.
Is it possible to make Fox News viewers change their minds about key issues just by having them change the channel? That's
my
what
God.
a new study suggests. It's titled The Manifold Effects of Partisan Media on Viewers' Beliefs and Attitudes. The researchers paid some Fox News fans to watch CNN for 30 days, and then they asked them some questions. The results are fascinating. So let's bring in David Brockman and Joshua Calla. They conducted the study in September of 2020, and it's just been published this week.
There are a couple of things that I need to mention to you before we even move on with this video. Brian has set it up to make Fox News look like the bad guy, right? He set it up to make Fox News look horrible, look bad, and CNN looks good, right? This is what happens when they paid Fox News viewers to watch CNN. But the study actually paid CNN viewers to watch Fox News. So what the study did is say, let's take CNN viewers and Fox News viewers and pay them to watch the other channel and essentially see what happens. See what they think about the coverage, that type of thing. But Brian is specifically leaving out the fact that CNN was also a part of the study because
See, that seems like the kind of thing that CNN would do from their position and Fox would probably do from their position too, you know? They are kind of enemies at this point. So
Yeah. It's kind of funny. The blue team, red team,
Mhm.
CNN, Fox News.
Yeah.
I guess it just shows the way they conduct the study is a bit flawed.
No, actually, it shows the way that they conduct the study is actually the proper way to do it. The way that CNN is presenting it is flawed because they're leaving out the other half of the study. Yeah. So that's
they are leaving out the half of the study.
Yeah.
results make it look bad for Fox News.
Oh.
So those bad results, Brian wants to just attribute all to Fox News, and he doesn't want the audience, the CNN audience, to know that CNN was actually studied and was found to be just as horrible as Fox News. They show us what Fox News is showing their audience versus what CNN is showing their audience. And this is actually interesting. So here are the top 10 Fox subtopics. Now, what they did was saying, okay, how many times they took transcripts of all their shows and said, well, how many times were these things mentioned? And how many times were people talking about these things? So this is the ones that were good for Republicans, but bad for Democrats. Let's see. Biden, Democrat support for extreme radical ideology protests. They mentioned that like 15,000 times. Negative consequences of extreme radical ideology protests, violence. The Fox News is just feeding them all the time. Just keep violent protests. Feed them. Information downplaying severity of COVID-19. Feed them. So all this stuff is feeding them. And as you can see, CNN's barely mentioning this stuff. Biden embracing far left. CNN barely mentioned that at any time, but Fox News is mentioning it more than almost 5,000 times over this period. And, pro-Trump stuff, Trump's action to advance racial equality, 5,000 times, barely mentioned on CNN. The only thing you get here, reports of the existence of BLM protests. CNN shows it more, and Fox News shows it less. So
it does seem like this is what you would expect. If CNN is more left-leaning in its coverage, Fox is more right-leaning in its coverage. This is the kind of partisanship you would actually expect, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Boomer for $5. You can still hold some FBI psyop theories about all the school shootings and still say that kids were hit. I mean, yeah, maybe, but I don't think that's what Alex Jones did, though, dude. Alex Jones said it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going here.
We start seeing, these are the stories that Fox News has picked and is just pushing it out to their viewers. Mm-hmm. And CNN's not talking about these same issues, or even if they are talking about it, it's just they'll mention it a couple of times, and then you'll never hear about it again. Let's see what CNN watchers are watching. So here it is. Their big thing is Trump's failures to protect the U.S. and his supporters from COVID-19. Now that is 20,000. They're just totally killing their audience with that. This is what you guys need to know. Fox News, they barely mentioned it. Information indicating severity of COVID-19. But as you can see, CNN is blasting it. It's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. 10,000 times, right? One of their biggest issues. And when you can read through all this, you'll see it's interesting to see how CNN is making its topics for its left-wing audience, and
Racism is a
Fox
problem in
News is
the
getting
US,
its topics
men
for its
voting-
right-wing audience.
Yep.
mail-in voting is
Now, just
huge.
so we're on the same page, a study found that Fox News and CNN,
Just
their
reading
news
the
coverage was
topics.
based purely on political ideology. And here's the researchers giving us the key findings of their report.
Let's see
I
it.
think the real key finding here from our perspective is essentially that we find that partisan media is sort of hiding information from voters. And I think there's kind of an analogy to Putin's Russia, where right now Russians we know are not getting all the information about what's actually happening in Ukraine. And in the same way that we found during the Trump presidency, those
on.
watching Fox News weren't getting
So this data that's being presented is still only one half of the story. It's showing still watching Fox News and paid to watch CNN, but it's not showing the other way around, presumably because they're on CNN.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're only showing half of what's going on here. Okay.
getting all the information about what was really happening, for example, with COVID and otherwise in the Trump administration, that then they started seeing on CNN and they said, oh, wow, I had no idea. I didn't know all this because Fox News wasn't telling me.
So clear as day, right? They're saying that when people watched the other side, so when the Fox News viewer watched CNN, they were seeing stories that Fox News wasn't telling them because they were bad for Republicans. And then when you had the CNN viewers watch Fox News, they started noticing stories that were bad to Democrats because CNN wasn't telling them. What does this matter? Well, most people out there, like even myself, had assumed that when you say news, that they weren't giving you this politically sided opinion stuff, right? What do I mean by news? All right, so just so we're all on the same page, crazy that I even have to do this. What is news? News is something happens and someone then reports on what happened, right? So, car accident. Here's a car accident. This is what happened. Blah, 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 blah. No matter who's involved, whatever, that's just the news. The news are a factual retelling of events so you can be in the know. You can know what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah.
But this is where I think is happening when it comes to Fox and CNN. If Republicans in that car accident, they're probably not going to report it, right? If you're Fox News. A Democrat's in that car accident and it may hurt them politically, CNN's probably not going to report that. That is where we're starting to get this politically motivated news, right?
Right.
So
This
I
makes
want to
sense so
give you
far, yeah.
all the stuff that's going to
Yes,
make my
yeah,
side look good,
Obviously.
make the other side look bad, and then call it news, right? Pretend that it's neutral. Pretend that these are just things that are going on that I'm reporting. It's all political. That I'm just not giving you news. I'm giving you opinions and just coaching it as news. And the key part about this is true for both Fox News and CNN. This is not something that's just unique to Fox News. It's true for both. So Brian Stelter wants to make this study all about Fox News and how Fox News is biased and is bad. Listen to this question very carefully that he's about to ask.
So, Josh, you all call this partisan coverage filtering. Basically, you're proving what we've sensed for a while, which is Fox viewers are in the dark about bad news for the GOP.
That's true.
That's right.
So Brian is now making CNN the good guy, right? This is what we've been saying for years. Fox News.
But it's
is
worded
hiding
pretty
bad news
badly,
about
but
the
it's
GOP,
true,
right?
yeah.
So that is what now Brian is there. He's in the middle. He's like, yes, we got him. I got data. I got evidence. Fox News is horrible.
So, it's pretty obvious what CNN is doing. They're going, oh, look how biased they are. We're the only objective
Yeah.
news source. We're the unbiased ones.
Yeah.
We're the ones. Those guys. They give you think pieces. They give you opinions. We just give you the news. We give you the facts.
Yes. So that's what it seems like is going on here. And to be fair, that is probably what Fox would do if the situation were reversed too. I'm going to assume.
That's probably what they would do.
Yeah.
It's why I don't know. It's why I try to make clear these are our opinions, and we parse through news. We don't try to present like our opinions or those or the news articles that we post as objective fact. We want to get to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is why you should watch all different types of YouTubers, not just BreadTube or not just RightyTube or whatever. You have to watch everyone.
Yeah, it's why yeah, you gotta watch like people from all sorts of sources just to get like the whole picture. Like it's like the metaphor of the like the blind man and the elephant.
Actually, no, just only watch me. That's what you should do. Only watch.
Yes, only watch us. Yes.
Okay, let's keep going.
But this who has to have some academic integrity is going to correct Brian to say,
Maybe get a correction in here.
This is not just about Fox News. This is also about CNN. Check it out.
And cover different issues. And Fox News predominantly covers issues that make the GOP look good and make Democrats look bad. And on the flip side, CNN engages in this partisan coverage filtering as well that we find.
Oh.
For example, during this time, the Abraham Accords were
I didn't
signed.
expect
And
that.
these were the agreements where Israel, the UAE,
And they still put up on the
Bahrain
screen,
signed
too.
A major peace agreement. And we see that Fox News covered this really major accomplishment about 15 times more than CNN did. So we established
I was wrong.
both networks
Yeah.
are
They
really
have a little
engaged
more
in this partisan
self-awareness.
coverage filtering.
Yeah.
It's not about one side, it's about the media writ large.
Clear as day, right? Clear as day. This is not about one side or the other. This is about the media at large, right? No matter what side of the aisle you're on, the media is taking the news and filtering it so you can only see stories to promote their ideology, be it Fox News or CNN, right? This is not about one side or the other. Watch how Brian responds to this factual, critical analysis of what's happening with CNN.
Oh,
and
sorry,
Fox
my
News.
bad. He wasn't.
I
he
think you're
wasn't with
engaging in
CNN.
some both sidesism there, Josh.
Now,
Well,
all those
what?
facts.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My mistake was thinking that guy was also with CNN.
Nope,
He-
these
he-
two
he
are
was
the researchers.
research.
Yeah, these two
He's-
guys are the
they're
researchers.
with the research.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
And they're trying to God.
yeah.
So I was right. I called it.
Yeah. I hate the accusations of both sidesism because, and you know what? You only see that stuff right now from the left. I most prominently I've seen Lance from the Surfs sling that
How
at
dare
me.
you impugn us that we might be biased?
Yeah. Lance has said that to me like a half dozen times now, that and just out centrist in general, that they engage in both sidesism, and it's like, yeah, it's because both sides are bad. That's the point.
Yeah. Both sides sometimes make like they can both be bad.
Yes. Yeah. Look at his smug fucking
They can
face
both
too that
be
we paused
good.
it on.
So there's This
Yeah.
is a funny frame that we paused on. That's such a smug face from Stelter.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going here.
You're engaging in both sidesism.
It's like, yes.
Evidence. Or
Chad,
data.
yes.
The whole study was built around paying people to watch CNN and paying people to watch Fox News. And this guy just says, here are the results of the study. And Brian, instead of it just acknowledging that the study is about both Fox News and CNN, oh, that's interesting, he now says this guy is committing both sidesism, making it seem like it's essentially it's whataboutism, right? What about CNN? What about Fox News, right? This side does something bad. What
Well,
about
it
the other
is
side?
both
But
sides.
they're not doing that, right? Brought them
Yeah.
on to talk about the study. They're talking about the study, but I don't think Brian likes the fact that the study implicates how bad CNN is, just like it implicates how bad Fox News is. So let's see the researcher explain it to Brian one more time.
Not trying to lay out a moral equivalency. It's not about what an objective standard is. It's really about how all networks do engage in this, and in order for viewers to get a realistic picture of the world, we
He's trying
need
to hold back
viewers
laughter.
to see all types of information. And unfortunately, what we find in this study is that the viewers don't want to engage in watching all sides. So as David mentioned, we see that viewers, we pay them for 4 weeks to watch CNN, but then after those payments stop, they go back to watching Fox News. So even though we try to incentivize viewers to watch both Fox and CNN, they don't want to engage in that hard work. They want to
They
really
don't
just
want to.
watch the side that
Yeah.
makes them feel good. And this is why the media has such an important responsibility to cover both sides, to hold both parties accountable.
No,
There we go.
it's
Yeah.
interesting because I think
Yeah.
at this point in this
Nice.
interview or in this presentation, Brian wants them to actually filter the information or their findings to support his narrative that Fox News is bad and that CNN is good. But the data shows that CNN is just as bad. The news should be, here are the facts, you decide what they mean. But that's not what it is right now. Do you think Brian is ignorant to the fact that his news organization so left leaning, or do you think he knows that they're left leaning, but he's trying to hide that fact?
He
from them?
probably knows, to be
Let me know in the
honest.
comment section.
Yeah.
My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
All right. Well, there we go. That was a fun little video.
Yep.
That's,
Interesting.
how do we get out of full screen now? There we go. Okay. So if I could just like return here, this was Nate the Lawyer, guys. I guess I will sub to him then. There we go. Subbed right on stream. There we go.
Yes.
And I guess I think
Already more than Hassan.
I think he's blind in one eye. That's why, Davos. But yeah, I think what's going on here.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah. This kind of
Cool.
relates to what I was
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
blind,
because
blind.
there's definitely a partisan bias to how Alex Jones's stuff is presented. Someone in the chat mentioned that centrists can be wrong too, and simply being in the middle of an issue doesn't make it correct. That's true.
No, yes, absolutely.
But
Yes.
also, the thing is, like, simply being radicalized in one direction or another also doesn't make it correct. You know, truth
We
isn't
were
isn't
never-
partisan.
Truth, yes, and truth isn't centrist either. The truth is gathering the facts, as much facts as you can, and forming the best opinion from that,
Mhm,
from those assertions.
Yes.
A- and-
So,
well, the truth is what is true.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what's the best way to get to the truth?
yes,
You
yeah.
looked for all
Truth is kind of
sides,
hard to determine sometimes,
preferably.
but that's how it is. Okay, so I need to take off in about half an hour anyway, and we've gone through all the Alex Jones stuff. So
Uh-huh.
maybe it is time for us to wrap up. Now, Lilith,
Mhm.
you and I, we're going to get together in about an hour and a half and record another TubCast. This will be a pre-recorded, not a stream. And the topic of that is a secret, so you guys don't get to know that just yet. But we're gonna come back. I have to go do some IRL things,
Okay.
and I'll be back. But this was great. So this is kind of what
There's
I
no
want.
monopoly on truth, the commenter said, and that
No.
is very true.
Absolutely, there's no monopoly on truth. So I want to basically
statement
try
is
and
true.
do some maybe a stream about double the length of this, but we're gonna aim to do something like this every Wednesday on the Dev and Lilith channel. The channel is pinned in the comments, so please consider subbing to that channel. Okay, and the plan is we will do streams in the near future once a week, the weekly Wednesday show on the Dev and Lilith channel. And we'll probably start maybe an hour or two later than we started today. And we'll probably, I want to shoot for about 4 hours because that would be like it would be a nice EFAP light, EFAP mini. It'd be a nice Adam and Sitch light show. You know what I mean?
4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, usually their shows are like
Oh,
8 to
see.
12. They're like 8 to 12
Well,
hours, their shows.
8 to 12 hours, yeesh.
Well,
I don't know if we could freaking.
Well, you see,
I'm
you see
worried
like,
we're gonna turn into Hassan if we stream for too long.
well, like you see, like Destiny and Vosh, they go for like 11, 12 hours a day. You know, like they got those guys. I don't want to do that. I have other projects going on. I can't do that. But once a week, I could do a big stream. So that's what I'm going to try to aim for, maybe 4, and see how we feel trying it out. You know, but
Yeah,
we'll be launching
You
that
know
channel
what?
soon.
It's a bit ambitious, but that's go for it.
Yeah. The final $5 super chat. Thanks for watching the vid. It was nice getting your take. Thank you, Holt Snyder. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks very much. Thanks for all the support.
Thank you for all the super chats.
Oh, and of course, I'm going to put my gaming channel one final time in the chat because I am streaming there tonight. After you and I are done.
Plug my Twitch, Dev.
Yep, and I'll put yours too. I don't know if you're streaming probably another time.
I like to stream during the weekends.
Yeah.
Like Saturday or Sunday.
So there's our gaming channels, and you stream on the weekends, and I'm streaming tonight at 7 p.m. EST. So that's going to be in about 5 hours I'm streaming. So
And I will probably stream sometime this weekend.
right.
On my
So
gaming channel.
that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day. Happy
Thank you very
birthday, Lilith.
much. Thank you. Thank you for a happy birthday, Dev. I almost said you too, but
All
I saved myself. That's right.
right. See you on the next TubCast, guys. Have a good one.
See you guys. Bye bye.